Here's something I thought of
Yeah.
while you were saying that,
Right.
and I had not previously considered, and this is one of the benefits or one of the problems of speaking extemporaneously and just spouting off whatever comes into my brain. But is it a disadvantage
Yeah.
to the Seattle Seahawks
Right.
that they have a limited variety of quality opponents that they have faced? And I say that because who have they seen in the postseason?
Yeah.
They've seen the 49ers and the Rams.
Right.
Now they're going to have to go match up against a team they know nothing about
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
this year.
Right.
They know the 49ers well, played them 3 times, beat them twice. They know the Rams well, played them 3 times, beat them twice. But to not go through that exercise, like they didn't play the Eagles.
Yeah.
They didn't play the Lions. Lions didn't make the playoffs, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
my point. They
I got
didn't.
you.
They didn't have to go and face great team from elsewhere in the NFL. They
Yeah.
haven't had to do that. Right, in the postseason.
Right.
And I need to look back at their schedule and see if they had to do it during the regular season. But the idea that they're you develop, I think, a comfort in that familiarity.
Yeah, I hear you.
We got our seasons riding on it against the 49ers. All right,
Right.
we know the 49ers. We can beat the 49ers.
Right.
We just beat the 49ers. Let's go beat the 49ers. All right, the season's riding on the Rams. Super Bowl both riding on the Rams. Well, we know the Rams. We just played the Rams last month. It was an epic game. We know how to beat them. We go do it. But this is just kind of a mental pivot that it just makes me – I'm not saying that it's a fatal flaw. I'm just saying it's different.
No,
it's different.
It is different, and I think there's some truth to what you're saying. But also I would argue and sit there and go, those teams also, I bet you there was more fear from Seattle having gone, oh, man, we have to deal with Shanahan and Purdy again. They kind of know how we operate. They know some of our checks. They know what we do. Same with McVay and Stafford. They go, oh, gosh, nobody understands us as a defense and what we do as a team more than McVay and Stafford. Geez, we got to play them. So in some regards, I look at it to go, those might have been the toughest tests that were available for them in the NFC as far as the other teams we talked about. But I totally hear what you're saying. But they're a team right now that is feeling it. After being there last week, I didn't get a chance to talk to you. Being in that facility, confidence is sky high, right? You can tell that. And not that they're cocky, but they believe they got something there in their football team. They really do. There's a special aura there that I feel that I felt in years when I went to Kansas City and interviewed those teams before the Super Bowl and did that, to where it's just like, man, there's an energy and a belief here and a look in these guys' eyes that's just like, whatever you put on the field in front of us, we're ready to go, right? And it's just, it's a caring about their teammates that you see, all of that. And then what are we at, Mike? I mean, they lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 5. And then they lost one game from that point on to the Rams in L.A. when Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions, and they still almost won the freaking game and lost 21-19, right? This is some run that they've been on. I don't know if they've gotten the credit for the run they've been on here and how dominant they've been, right? Because they weren't a household name kind of going into the season. But, this is special. And, you see teams like this that usually come into the playoffs and get to the Super Bowl with this kind of run. Usually you feel like good things can happen for them in the Super Bowl.
Outside of the division, their wins this year came against the Steelers in Week 2, resounding home opener for the Steelers.
Big
and they
moment.
went in there and stopped
dominated them.
And then the Texans later in the year. But
beat Jacksonville and
only
dominated
one
them
loss.
there.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did. And only one loss out of the division this year to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.